Look here, yo. Um, it is November 12th, 2025. In August 2024, I made this big public apology to everybody. You know what I mean? I didn't even know what I was even doing that for, but I was just basically being a man and saying, okay, I feel like it's a bunch of weird stuff going on around me at the testimonial shelter. I'm not getting off into any kind of arguments online. I'm not arguing with anybody online. I've been reaching out to this one singer. I never got a response from the singer Scissor. So I was just like, look, to everybody that I cussed out in the past, to all the ladies that I used to be with in the past and all of that, my apologies and God bless to all y'all. That's what I was saying. Some women that I used to talk to back in the day and never even had sex with, some women came forth and started making up lies about me after I made a public apology from stuff that I said 10 years ago or over 10 years ago. Um, when I observe the things that people do online sometimes, I feel like somebody is talking in code. It was this one lady I spoke of in that apology when that I told that I had like better with long hair. I never had sex with that girl. I never raised my voice at that girl, yo. I never even like blatantly just cussed her out or like stood over her, cussed her out. I never done any of that to that lady, yo. Never. But I did send her a text message going off on her, cussing her out, and telling her I liked her better with long hair. But I never had sex with her. It was a couple times I tried to have sex with her, never had sex with her. You know what I mean? So I'll be surprised if she came forth and made up some lie about me. Another thing, um, I spoke with this girl named Brittany that stayed in Fort Myers back in the day. I ain't talked to that girl since like the springtime of 2016. This was probably around March of 2016 or something. No. Matter of fact, last time I engaged in any kind of a sexual act with her, it was like November 2015. But I saw her in a Walmart in like February or March of 2016. I remember this because this was right around the time I got braids. Cause I was growing my hair out and I had got braids and I saw her in Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I had cornrows. And I remember her cousin was a dude named Kelvin that worked at Coca-Cola, and he told me that she was asking him, "Do we even got his own car? Do we got his own car?" Like, cause he would not leave because me and that girl had sex a few times, right? But the last time we had sex, the police was riding around outside, and I told her, I was like, "Yo, I just had a couple sips." I was like, "Let me just come upstairs and chill for a minute." You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, "No," and I got offended because she thought that I basically walked there or got dropped off there. So I took offense to that because she thought that I was like I was looking at it like if she, um, I was looking at it like I got my own car, but she was basically saying no because she thought that I didn't have my own car. So she was looking at me like I was some bum ass nigga who just didn't have a car. So I had cussed her out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then hung the phone up. That was the last time I engaged in sex with her. I think this was like November 2016, 2015. Because this was right around, I got her number. Matter of fact, I think I got her number on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know the exact day Thanksgiving was in 2015, but I got her number on that exact day, yo, at the liquor store at the Red Bones. And I went and hung out with her. It was this light-skinned girl that was her roommate. Um, when I got there, it was this other dude that was there. He was messing with the light skinned girl that was her roommate. And they was asking us if we wanted to play cards. And I looked at dog like, no, like I'm good, like no. And I went in the room with a old girl with Brittany, and you know, dog went in the room with the light skinned girl. You know what I'm saying? But me and that girl talked to each other a few different times, and then I stopped talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Because it was one night I went downstairs, I left, and then I called her up like, "Hey, let me chill upstairs for a minute. I'm drunk. The police riding around out here. I don't want to sit in the car." You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "I don't want to drive off." And she basically was like, "No." And I had just like got done like laying down in the bed with her and stuff. So I was like, I cussed her out. I never talked to her again. This was November 2015, yo. Then after I got shot and all of that stuff, I saw her at the Walmart Supercenter over on Colonial Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? This was in like February or March of 2016. I think this was February because I think I was still on short-term disability at Coca-Cola. I don't even think I came back to Coca-Cola yet. And I didn't say a single word to her. I just saw her. She looked at me. I looked at her, and I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Last time I talked to that dude, Kelvin, that was her cousin that worked at Coca-Cola, was in motherfucking 2016, yo. When I stopped working at Coca-Cola, I didn't even tell people that I was going to Pepsi. I told everybody that I was about to go work at the Walmart distribution center in Arcadia, Florida. I didn't want anyone to know that I was going to work at the Pepsi warehouse on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? I started working at the Pepsi warehouse on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in May 2016. And I stopped working there June 2018. I told everybody at Coca-Cola I was going to work at the Walmart distribution center in Arcadia, Florida. And the reason why I told them that, because that was right after I got shot and I didn't want everybody knowing my whereabouts. So I told a bold-faced lie to everybody, and not to mention that Pepsi was competition. Pepsi was competition with Coca-Cola. So I don't want to tell anybody at Coca-Cola that I'm going over to Pepsi. But it didn't take long for the truth to come out. As soon as I started working at Pepsi, everybody was talking about me because I was the fastest person in the warehouse as far as like stacking up cases and stuff like that. I already talked about how I came up with a mathematical like equation, and then I just built up on that from the age of 18 years old on up. And that was how I was able to keep counting my head when I was working at Pepsi. Why everybody thought that it was somebody cheating or somebody giving me answers on how to like write down how many cases you got. I used to keep counting my head because I had already prompted my mind to basically be good at mental math because of how much I was writing down those math equations since the age of 18, yo. And I never presented that idea to anyone that I worked with. I never even presented that idea to Show McCall or Tease back in the day. Especially niggas that worked, especially niggas that I worked with, yo. Only thing that I ever did was share the dream to people. So I would just be like, yeah, man, we gonna be good one day. I used to talk to my cousin Shamar like that, like, yeah, we gonna be good one day. You know what I'm saying? I was planning on, I talked to my cousin Shamar one time back in like the summertime of 2021. And I was talking about how I was like planning on getting my dad a boat when this business work out. I remember talking to my cousin Shamar about that. So, man, look, I just kept my distance from that. I ain't gonna lie, that dude Kelvin, I kept my distance from him for specific reasons, yo, because it was one particular time I talked to that. This was right after my cousin lost his life. I told him, he actually pulled up on me. I'm getting drunk in Gateway Boulevard. He pulled up on me, and I'm like, yeah, man, these niggas killed my cousin. My mom just told me this shit, whatever. And passed the bottle to him a couple times, and then like he pulled off or whatever. The next day, everybody that was walking around the the Coca-Cola warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Talking about like, hey man, sorry about your cousin and all of that. And I was looking like, I was looking at Kelvin like, bro, I didn't tell you that to tell everybody else, yo. Like, and it was just certain things that just rubbed me the wrong way. But last time I actually seen that dude or talked to that dude was in 2016, May 2016, when I left from the Coca-Cola warehouse and I transferred over to, I switched and went to the Pepsi warehouse, yo. That was the last time I seen that dude. That was the last time I talked to that dude. I sent out a lot of messages to people on Facebook from 2023 up until like the end of 2023. I never got a response. And the people that I sent out messages to on Facebook was people that worked at that Coca-Cola warehouse and the Pepsi warehouse. Nobody responded. Nobody. And I mean nobody. Fucking nobody, yo. This is why I recently said I'm so sick and tired of my phone getting blocked and hacked and kept away from reality and shit like that. I already let it be known, like, I'm not, this time I'm going all the way because I let it be known recently to the police in St. George. My birth certificate got stolen. You know what I'm saying? In December 2020, when I went to go buy a Camry for my cousin Deshaun and came back to St. George, South Carolina, my birth certificate was stolen. So I'm not allowing people to try to frame me and sabotage me no more and then use the fucking judicial system or whatever fucking cyber hacking technician that they paying to basically keep hacking my fucking phone. Yo, I'm not doing this bullshit no more. I'm so sick of everybody ignoring this shit. Ever since I spoke about people being in certain brotherhoods and stuff, they have literally said, we don't give a fuck. We're going to make an example out of this guy. Fuck the law, fuck what's legal, fuck what's illegal, fuck what's true, fuck what's false. We gonna make an example out of this dude, Alvin. Since you want to talk about people moving in brotherhoods that's attacking him in a secretive way. Look at what's happened to my surroundings. Everybody knows that there's certain family members of mine that don't look the same, yo. Look at how I've been scandalized and lied on and slandered, and everybody just sit back and watch it like it's their favorite fucking movie. The whole time I was in Cali, yo, I kept reaching out, like, yo, I'm trying to just let you know that God let me know that I'm meant to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm meant to like stay around this area. I'm just letting you know I wasn't trying to bug nobody or nothing. I wasn't trying to come off as some crazy stalker ass nigga, nothing like that. And a whole gang of niggas was hacking my phone, yo. I ain't never seen shit like that. Usually, niggas that's old school cats, that's older, they see shit like that, they be like, hey, young brother, hey, young blood, hey, yeah, there you go, young brother. Like, they be congratulating stuff like that when they see stuff like that, yo. That was the first time in my life I actually been hated on by people, men that were old enough to be my father and my grandfather. That's the first time in my life I was hated on by people that was my age, and then also people that was old enough to be my mom or grandfather or grandmother or you know, our father. I ain't never seen anything like that. That's what made me realize this walk with God is for real, yo. But the point that I'm making is August 2024, yo, I made a public apology, and a lot of ladies that probably didn't even fucking remember me came forth to start making up lies. I don't know if it was that girl Brittany that did it. I don't know if it was that one girl that I told I like better with short hair that did it. But somebody came forth and then just started piling up lies on top of my name. And this is how you know people has gotten desperate, because now my fucking phone is literally kept away from even defending myself. So people would say, we go block your phone away from actually being heard by people. We are so desperate and scared for you to get your point across. We go block your shit away. We go keep your shit away from being heard by people. At one point in time, it was just a whole bunch of he say, she say bullshit, gossip and shit. I get on Facebook, Instagram. I see the whole activity on Facebook and Instagram, and I can literally see I'm on the real internet. It's gotten so bad. People has gotten so desperate and so scared to the point where they said, no, fuck that. Put a fake ass diversion on his phone. Got people that work for cell phone stores, actually work in a cell phone store, hacking my phone. Going through my mail, hacking my phone. This shit crazy, yo.